And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on the Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard Parade the Fool by Everything Must Die. Is that brand new track? Brand new track.
Nice.
And then we heard The Testimony of Satan by Flesh Scorn. Tasty stuff. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. And that's it. It's just you and me tonight.
Just us.
We're missing Charlie and Derek. But we are rocking out here with how many second time? One time.
Yes.
The one time, the two times. This is the second time.
Back on August 12th of 2014.
2014.
Has it been that long?
It's been that long.
Seriously?
It's been a couple of years.
Wow.
Jeez, guys.
No,
Well-
it only felt like last year or a couple of years.
Like 2015 would have been my guess.
Yeah.
I would have thought 2015. Well, we're rocking out here. We're going to be rocking out all night with Withering Soul.
Hello.
Why don't you guys go ahead and reintroduce yourselves to the Metal Experience world and what you do in the band?
Absolutely. I'm Chris. I'm the guitarist. I founded the band with Mike, the vocalist.
I am Rick. I play drums, and I've been with you guys for, 4 or 5 years now?
I think 4 years.
I'd say about four. Four. Seems like it's longer than that.
Yeah, it's
We've been
probably
through a
like
lot
7 if we were thinking
Like a lot
we
of-
were here like a year or two ago.
Like a lot of members have come and gone, and
Well, we've been good friends for a long time, so...
I've known Chris and Mike since 2002.
How do you
About
know?
right.
I think
That's
it's
how
been
long
about
you've
that
known
long.
them for.
See, what's that? I can remember what happened, fucking back in 2001. But
If you asked me when I met Morgan, I'd be like, I don't know.
When's your anniversary? I don't know.
Sometime in October, I don't know. I have it written down. Don't stare at me. I write things down. I can't remember all this stuff.
Busted.
I seriously write everything down. So I get whoa.
It's the aging process.
I could get back to you on that. I could let you know.
The next podcast for the next 4 years.
I'll let you know.
You still won't remember.
I gotta go look at it. I have it written down. Morgan, don't you roll your eyes at me. All right.
And last but not least, we have our new guitarist, Wilder.
Yay.
Woo!
Wilder, I do the rhythm guitars live and additional vocals.
So who's
Well,
playing?
welcome.
Who's playing bass?
Nanad, he couldn't be here tonight.
Whoa. How do you pronounce his name?
I probably pronounced it wrong. It's spelled Nenad.
Nanad.
Nanad.
I've been calling him Nanad.
Na 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 na.
Okay. And he's on bass.
Yes.
So Wilder, when did you join the band?
Last year, it was,
Your first show was like November, wasn't it? A year ago?
ooh, no, it was still warm out. I remember that show. It was still warm out, so maybe, I want to say August.
I want to say it was August, too.
That sounds right.
Okay.
It was.
Ricky knows. He knows things he did yesterday in 2002.
I don't remember what happened yesterday, but I do remember what happened in 2001. It's the fucking
Good answer.
darnest thing.
And Nanad, is that how you...
Yes.
Am I close? I'm close.
Yes.
You're pretty close.
When did Nanad join the band?
He joined us, what I want to say around 2015?
Yeah, that
2014?
sounds about right.
Rick?
We actually tried to recruit him back in 2001, I think. And then we ended up getting him later.
He's been with us for a while. He's
We-
been with
we
us
knew
for
Nanad for a
2015.
while.
Yeah.
It took 14 years for you guys to finally...
Well, he had another band.
Well, we
that he
had to groom him first, like we started sending him flowers and like...
Literally had to groom him, rub his
Yeah.
feet.
That's right, cases of Guinness.
That's a nice welcome to the
Mike
band,
is like,
Joshua.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky, you need to go rub Nanad's feet.
We're sending him like edible fruit arrangements.
Oh Oh my goodness, you guys were serious.
Yeah.
We
Join
need
our
him in the
death
band.
metal band. Here's some fruit.
Yeah.
Here's some fruits and berries.
That's
I'm,
awesome.
I'm pretty sure Rick and Anad still do that.
No, yeah,
He's like, I'll join the band if continuously you send me assorted fruit baskets.
You sound like him.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness. So this lineup has been this lineup for about a year and a half
yes,
ish.
Yeah, for the most part.
going on strong.
So what have you guys been doing in that year and a half that you guys have been with this lineup?
Writing.
Yeah, a lot of writing. We did a lot of shows earlier this year. We kind of took some downtime lately, but yeah, we almost have a full album written. We actually have like 9 songs. We just got to decide if we're going to go with all 9 of them or if we're going to make any changes or cut anything. We don't know.
And you guys brought a ton of music tonight, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, actually, we have a copy of our remastered Adverse Portrait, the album that came out 2 years ago. We've never released the remastered version, so we have something new to play.
Yeah. Woo woo.
Yeah.
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 Why are you looking at me like
Sorry,
that?
don't look at me, Morgan. Oh my goodness. So, remastered version. So, when was that CD released, and then when did you remaster it?
It was released in 2015. We just, you know, I'm not trying to like get all like hindsight, but we weren't really happy with the final mix, so I ended up going back to the studio and remixing it. Probably like a year after it came out, and like we just wanted to have something to drop while we were working on our next album. Which when we go in the studio, we'll probably have a release date for the remaster.
Okay. So, how many tracks are on that CD?
It's 8 tracks total.
So, we're playing remastered versions of that CD.
Remix and remastered, yes.
Ooh, remix.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know.
Remixed.
Honestly, I wouldn't have gone through the trouble if I didn't see a need to improve the mix. So it will sound better
Hell yeah.
from the original.
So, you said the last time they were on was in 2014, Morgan?
Yes.
What have you guys been doing since 2014?
Shows.
Shows.
Shows and shows.
Yeah.
What most memorable
Shows
show
and
for
toes,
each of you guys?
because they did
Oh,
foot
That's
massages.
tough.
Yeah, that's a
Shows
hard
and
one.
toes for Ricky
That's
because he's
tough.
massaging Anad's feet, right?
I'm the masseuse.
I don't know. I'll start. Most memorable show. I'm going to have to name a couple of them for me. One was Moonspell, Septic Flesh. That was a great show.
At Reggie's?
Really good time. Yep. And was Death Stars on that as well?
Yes.
Yes, that was a really, really cool show. Everybody had a good time. The bands, a lot of, just seeing guys. We're friends with Moonspell. It was nice to see them and do a show with them. And
Also,
then-
our friend from former singer of Forsaken joined us
Oh, nice.
on stage.
yes.
He did a couple of
Steve-
shows.
Steve Segala.
Steve Segala, yeah. He actually sang on No Longer Within from our last release with me. It was really great having him on stage. And we actually played a couple shows with Dark Tranquility, which was really fun. And another funny one recently was Shiny from Sweet. So there's like so many good shows. I'm leaving a lot out, but I really enjoyed all of them.
Always a good turnout.
Definitely.
And Forsaken, I saw those guys way back when I was a wee little lad.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
it's
You
been
just said
about
that
10
Forsaken
years, I think, since they broke up.
It was back in like 2000. Like 2 or something.
Yeah, sounds about
That's
right.
the last time I saw them, and I was like, you guys are fucking awesome. I bought their CDs, and then I never saw them again.
Yeah, it's sad.
Live, unfortunately.
Seagal is the only one that I
Steven?
have talked to. Have that
Seagal?
Steven Seagal, yeah.
Yeah, Steve actually came up to Milwaukee with us when we played with was it Amorphous?
Amorphous,
Is that right?
yeah. Dusk.
And Swallow the Sun. Yeah, and Dusk.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty sweet shows.
At the legendary Metal Girl, which is now closed.
Yeah.
R.I.P..
We love that place.
That place was awesome. And I never got my burger.
You
I ordered a hamburger. Was it that
remember
night?
that.
Or
Yes, it was that night.
It was
I
that
think.
night. I waited
Yes.
like 2 hours, and they were backed up, and like a lot of people that ordered like before me, like 3 hours, like an hour before me. So they were waiting for 3 hours.
Oh, they had great burgers.
Oh, it was so good, and I was so pissed.
There's like, I don't know what it is, but every time we've shown up at Metal Grill, whether we were playing or attending a show, there was always the smell of bacon outside.
Can't go wrong with bacon smell.
Yeah.
It draws in people.
Is this a field trip?
What's
What is
that?
happening right now?
They're probably wondering the same thing about us.
Just, awkward stares of a large line of people walking out.
No, I should
Gotta
have.
love doing this in the public.
I should have showed my ass.
You should have.
Hey, look at this. Look at my keister.
Oh, Ricky. Those girls were like 8 years old.
Rickles.
I didn't even see them. I thought they were like
Oh, that
adults.
makes it even better.
I thought they were like adults. We are in a bar, so yeah, I could see.
All right,
Yeah,
That's
disclaimer.
all ages till
Disclaimer.
11.
That isn't a reasonable assumption.
Disclaimer. I did not see 8-year-olds.
Oh my goodness. Well, down the line, anyone else memorable shows or a
Oh, yeah.
memorable event
Absolutely.
at a show?
I mean, I'm just going to come out and say we played a Full Terror Assault earlier this year, and that was by far like one of my favorite shows. We got to play on this big stage outside at a campground down in Southern Illinois, and it was like a very laid back, like party atmosphere. But everybody there was like really into the bands. Just a great atmosphere. It was fun playing outside for the first time. Like we've never got to play on an outdoor stage like that before.
How did you guys get on Full Terror Assault?
They're invited.
Well, we one of the promoters took notice to us, and we ended up playing one of her shows earlier this year with Macabre and a couple of Bloodletter and Tenebrism, actually, Wilder's
Yeah.
other band. We did the show over
Double
at
duty.
Beat Kitchen.
That was our first show of the year. That
That's
was in
really
January.
sweet.
It was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cold.
Oh, my
wasn't it?
God.
Oh, my goodness.
That
I can't
sucked.
even-
And Full Terror Assault's
It's like
a full
tonight.
weekend. Where was that at? Isn't that in Ohio?
It's near Cave and Rock. I thought it was actually at
Elizabeth
Cave and Rock.
Town.
No, Cave and Rock is a town.
Is it?
It's
Yes.
a town, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
so-
in Cave and Rock.
So
it's just not
Elizabeth
Cave
Town
and
is
Rock
where the
Park.
gas station was.
It's like a population of
Yeah.
200.
Yeah,
It's-
something
Yeah.
like that.
What state is that?
it's
Illinois.
Oh,
right
it's
at
in
the
Illinois?
right at the
It
right
might
at
as well
the
be
very
Kentucky.
tip.
Yeah,
I
it's
was going to
Kentucky.
say, I'd call it Kentucky.
Yeah. It's on the other side of the Ohio River.
Right
And-
at the tip.
Right at the tip. The tip.
Well, everybody else had an accent except us, so I'd call it Kentucky.
There's a bunch of accents. So you said
Cave Tucky.
there's a town of 200 people. That's a. How do you even get a? I'm so baffled. This whole. We haven't been. I've only heard good things of.
This is only. It was
Well, I
only the
think it
third-
draws a lot of people like in
It's the-
100, 200 mile radius. So
It's
I
the
mean,
most European style festival here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the only
the
one.
way it's
that has
organized
that,
is
yeah.
definitely.
I mean,
A
a lot of
European
people
style.
have tried, but I mean, this is like European style. But
That's
it's
only-
smaller scale. It's growing.
Yeah. Once a year for it's a full 3 days, right?
Yes.
And is the camping and everything too?
Yes.
Camp,
Yep,
August and September.
It's included.
Yeah. People can BYOB.
We didn't have a campground. We actually rented a cabin, like right by the Ohio River.
That
And-
sounds awesome.
Oh, it was.
Oh, it was
it was
Yeah,
fabulous.
some
It was awesome.
grilling.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could hear
Late
like
night
wildlife out
Band
in the middle of the
bonding.
night.
I was getting a little paranoid because we were like hearing like
We
rustling.
heard like
we were all
owls
drunk,
and coyotes.
and we're like hearing like rustling in the woods. We're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's like the foothills too, like a little mountainous.
So you guys just. Who else played that? Any notables?
Raven.
Oh yeah,
Right around you guys.
Raven.
Who
Raven
did-
headlined the night that we played.
Yeah.
It was Raven and who else?
Well, Metallica opened for Raven at the Metro when they played here. In the early
I thought you were going to say Metallica.
another
I had to throw that in.
a really good Chicago band by the name of Nucleus. They played
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Dead by Wednesday.
I actually discovered a couple bands I had never heard before, if not for playing the fest. A band from Tennessee called Ophiuchus, and I probably pronounced it wrong, but
No,
they're an
you
awesome
pronounced
band.
it right. You got it.
Ophiuchus.
Ophiuchus.
Yes.
Ophiuchus.
How do you spell that?
OPHIUC. Yeah, there you go.
U.S.
Yeah.
Very sweet. And any memorable on-stage mishaps?
Yeah.
Fire Breather.
Of
It's all
course.
Chris. All Chris.
We should have played Fire Breather when that guy came out.
Yeah, right.
That would have been perfect.
They actually would
Fire
have.
starter.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
they're
was
just-
definitely an interesting show. Like, okay, so for one thing, I didn't realize a 25-foot length guitar cable wouldn't be long enough to move around on a stage that big. So I was really like pretty much restricted just to stand where I was at. Luckily, I didn't unplug myself, but there was a little bit of a feedback in the beginning, which got resolved later. But yeah, it was a little embarrassing. I had to check my equipment during the first song, but yeah, we didn't even know there was going to be a guy breathing fire when we started playing. Some guy just like walked on stage. We're like, who the hell is this guy? Like, is this some crazed fan, some like zealot or something?
At first, I was like, yeah, I thought it was just some random dude from the
I
crowd.
thought I was going to have to do it, but
he
also
kind of had like a
somebody else did.
steampunk like dress or attire.
He was awesome, though.
He was
like,
great, man.
Yeah.
He was great.
This is at Full Terror Assault,
Yeah.
and some guy just during your set just walked up there and started.
I think
start
he was
blowing
working
fire.
for the festival.
Yeah, he was
Breathing
part of the.
fire.
Yeah.
We were the first
he was like
band
the
he did it
stagehand.
for.
I think he was meant to draw attention to the stage, honestly, to bring more people up to watch the bands that were performing, which I think is a pretty cool tactic. At first, I thought it was like, this guy's up here stealing our thunder. Get him off the stage.
Part of the show, though, right?
Yeah, you could. Feel
I like
that
how they
heat.
didn't tell you either. They're just like,
It was a nice surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was neat.
oh, well, that's pretty sweet. You didn't think you were gonna mention that, Ricky? You were gonna tell me that?
I didn't know I was supposed to bring that up.
Well,
There's this fire breather, man. Oh, he was awesome. And
Okay.
Mike's hair was on fire.
What?
No.
Oh my
That's a
goodness.
different mic.
Oh well, you brought a ton of music to play. Why don't we go ahead and play a track off of? Pronounce that CD again for me.
Adverse Portrait.
Adverse Portrait. Okay. And that's not as technical as I thought it was. Adverse Portrait. Why don't we go ahead and play a track off of that CD? R-A-I-T, if I can only spell. There we go. And we're playing the remastered version, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. What do you guys want to play first?
Ooh, Chris, can I pick this
Go
one?
ahead.
I kind of want to do. Let's do the one with the dueling guitars.
And that is
The old dueling guitar.
Shadow Path.
All right. Well, let's do it. Shadow Path off of the CD Adverse Portrait by Withering Soul.
You're listening to The Metal Experience.
We've assembled a collection of bands who have drummers.
I do magic.
Well, it's easy if you try, Dick.
Now sit back and listen.
And we are back. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze. We are chilling here on a Tuesday night with our friends here in Withering Soul. And we just heard a brand new remastered track.
Shadow Path.
Shadow Path.
Woo, woo. Like you said, chilly. It is freezing,
It is freezing outside. That's why I said it. So, Chris, we are going to ask this. I warned you ahead of time.
Uh-oh.
And you can tell me.
The lyric question.
What's this song about?
That is a great question, and I'm going to give that to Mike to take the lead.
We came so prepared.
If I know there's a lot of influence in kind of music we play and all types of metal. Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And this is basically about the men in the mountain, the ghosts, the big scene in the movie. When they come in there, it's basically capturing a little bit of history on them and what it was like to enter in there and not be the king to be crowned.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a lot of anger in the middle part towards the end.
And I heard the dueling guitars. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
had a
guest musician.
A good friend of ours.
His name is Mike Masalbus. He's in Devil in Disguise. He used to play guitar for Beneficum, and he's in another band now.
Beneficum. Wait, you were
Dead
in
Hand System.
Weren't you in Beneficum too?
Yes.
Yes, let's get really quickly off the topic for a second, and let's talk what happened to Beneficum.
It's just unfortunately the band just kind of disbanded. It kind of began with the singer Josh. He ended up just walking away. He didn't want to do it anymore, and I think the main songwriter founder Jason, he just decided he wanted to take a break from doing music altogether.
So I don't know if they technically broke up. They just shelved it.
Every band stays a band. Like even if they haven't played a show in 5 years, like a lot of bands don't actually announce that they're broken up. At least I've noticed with like a lot of Chicago bands.
And you know what's funny is I couldn't pronounce that name the night of the show, but the next night I was like, Beneficum. And I don't know what the hell is wrong with me.
You're not alone.
Now he just says it in his sleep. Beneficum.
He's not counting sheep, he's counting beneficums.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Morgan. What are we
I've
gonna
heard
do with
it.
you?
That's how your snores sound.
Oh my goodness. Well,
You gotta record that next time.
I should.
Yeah.
But it's on this recording, so you'll have it forever.
You could just punch it in every now and then.
Yeah.
Be a
you
hidden
know.
track.
Oh my goodness. Well, during the break, I was talking to Wilder for a few minutes here. Wilder, before you joined the band, you're in a couple other bands also.
Right.
Since you're the new guy, so you
I'm
guys
the
have
baby.
been on the show before, but Wilder's brand new.
I'm
So-
the baby.
The
It's time
baby.
for our new segment. Let's pick on Wilder.
No, we're not
Pick
gonna
on the
pick
Rook.
him.
Ver-
But you're in a couple other bands
Right.
doing other than guitar. What other bands are you in?
I'm in, I'd say my main branch band, which is Tenebrism. I play lead guitar, rhythm, and do the vocals. I'm basically the front man, even though I don't like to admit I'm the front man. We're a power trio, drums, the guitar, Brandon White on the drums and Kurt Clement on the guitars. We haven't played many shows. We have the motivation, but don't use that motivation to play shows, so we're trying to fix that right now.
And what was that band name again?
Tenebrism.
How do you spell that?
Tenebrism.
Okay. And what does that mean?
It is an art term meaning a murky transition from dark to light.
It sounds like another band we need to get on our show for Luco to snore in his sleep.
And then the other band you said you play drums in.
I play drums in a band called Apotheosis from Spring Grove, Illinois.
Apotheosis.
I love it.
And you're the drummer. Ricky, is he ever like, hey, don't play drums like that, play it like this?
Sometimes, yeah, he does. He does chime in.
It actually
He
does
chime
happen.
in a little bit, and
Rick's like,
They
I got
collaborate.
he's actually had to fix my timing a couple of times.
I just, because I
It's not
program
an upbeat;
drums.
it's a downbeat.
It's good to have a time coach.
Yeah.
It's because in my solo project, I program drums, so I see them. And I have a grid in my head, and I can already see what Rick should be doing. But most of the time, it's like, I think Rick knows what he should be doing. I'll
So-
just back off.
I would hope so.
So when he snores, it's all in perfect timing.
Oh my goodness.
Staring at MIDI maps helps too.
It really does. 'Cause you can visualize the beat you're supposed to be playing or
It
want to
spells
play.
everything out.
Oh my goodness. So the band you play drums in, is that your first instrument?
No, guitar.
Guitar?
I've been
Okay.
playing that for 12 years now.
Okay.
Ever since I was 8 years old.
And you're just like, I guess I'll play drums too.
It's actually, I started programming drums for my solo stuff, and then I bought an electronic kit, started learning the motions, because when you program drums, you don't know what a drummer does. You start playing it impossibly. Like, you can't hit both the kick drums and all 8 cymbals all at once. That's
But
impossible.
why?
Rick,
Not everyone's an octopus.
you can't do this?
No, I'm an idiot savant.
But I will say, Rick plays probably 4 times as fast as me.
Now, do you pick up any pointers from Rick? Rick, are you giving him any pointers?
I think he needs to give me some.
Yeah, I
pointers.
point him out the door.
Oh, even better response than I was expecting.
Oh my goodness.
I did drums because I have a gigantic drum kit where in a giant barn my family owns, and
It's massive. I've seen the pictures.
it's if drummers know what I'm talking about. It's a 9-piece drum kit. So 2 bass
Whoa.
drums, 4 rack toms, 2 floor toms.
How many cymbals did you have? Like
I don't know
20?
anymore. I don't know anymore. I think I want to say 17,
wow.
not including the hi-hats.
It's still growing too, right?
It's not gig friendly.
I want it to, but it has not.
So
Come back when you have 2 tiers.
this is a drum set that's just. Whose drum set is this?
Me, I bought it. It's,
Oh.
it's the dirt cheapest stuff you can buy on the market, the worst cymbals ever and stuff, but I just want more. I just want more.
Just stuff to bang on.
I'm a quantity over quality kind of person.
Rick, what's your take on quality of drums?
Shit, don't ask me. I got different like types of cymbals. I don't have like set cymbals. They're all different brands. I got a cheapo sonar kit.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a Tama Rockstar, the white Rockstar that I've had for like almost 20 years now. It still sounds great.
Sponsors, take notice.
Sponsored, yeah.
Please.
That'll never happen.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you guys? What equipment do you use? Well, what about the guitar cabs and everything?
I'm still going strong with my Engel. I have an Engel Powerball and a Engel cab 4x12. It's pretty much done everything I needed since about 2009.
There you go.
I also use
And
an
he's
Engel.
also an Engel user.
Also use an Engel, but with a Marshall cab. Chris has the Engel cab to go along with his, so his setup is prettier than mine. But I've been using that for probably 3 years now, and it hasn't failed me. Wait, it did at the Shining show.
Oh, yeah.
Our very last song. Luckily, it was at the outro of the song, but my amp killed right on stage, and that was amazing.
Like, died?
It shut off. I was no longer being heard.
And was it broken or just?
No, I heard from a amp tech that it was because I had a powerful 100-watt amp going through several adapters, so it got choked and just said, I give up, and just killed. So we were very fortunate it was on the last song, though.
But you didn't have to replace it or do any. You
No,
just
no.
stopped running it that way, and you haven't had an issue since, right?
Had the tubes changed just to be sure. I had it tuned up, and the guy's like, there's nothing wrong with it. It was just the power source. So like, okay, never do that ever again.
And there you go. Take note, Rick. Take note. Write that down.
All right, hold on a minute.
I'm taking note.
Morgan, take
Mentally.
note also.
Okay. Doing it.
Doing it.
What was I writing down?
Power source.
Power source.
Plug amp directly into wall.
Ah. That makes sense. That's how you get sound.
No. No, Morgan. Thanks, Morgan. Thanks for chiming in there. But you know what? I'm going to let you take it away, Morgan.
Well, I want to hear another track off of this sweet remastered album. So let's go with Wilder's pick. What did you think stood out the most on this album?
Or what's your least favorite to play because it's too technical?
Awakening. No, it's not hard. What I enjoy playing because it's very technical is In Absence, but maybe No Longer Within. I really like playing that one live. Rick does not like playing that one live.
That's the one
Yeah,
that
that would have been the
on.
question for Rick, for sure.
No Longer Within?
Yes.
All right.
No longer will play.
No longer I play drums.
Unless Steve's there,
I
right?
quit. Steve can play.
All right, let's do it. No Longer Within.
Such Yo, what's up, everybody? You got Diggs McNasty,
Timmy D,
Corey Cormander Davidson,
and Jared Ercole from Cool Through, and we fucking love metal, so listen in to the Metal Experience, because there's some cool motherfuckers, goddammit, ho-ho!
All right, we just heard No Longer Within off the Adverse Portrait, the remixed, remastered version. Even better. Even better. I am Luca Blaze with Morgan Danielle. And that's it. It's so weird not saying
all you
Charlie
got.
or the Chinhero Knowledge.
Yep.
It's so weird. We were rocking out here with Withering Soul. What did you have posted originally? Withing.
Yeah, I forgot the R. I apologize about that.
Withing?
Sometimes
That's
I
great.
type too fast. I typed your name without your R.
I have the same problem. Like I'm just, like especially if I'm at work, when you're not supposed to text, I just.
Oh yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
People can't see your fingers,
Happens
Rick.
all the time.
Fucking turns to ducking, and
Yeah.
Ducking. Someone posted, "What's Withy Soul?" I'm like, Morgan, fix that.
Yeah, that was my buddy. I didn't even catch that until he said it.
I still had no idea where that even was that he said it was.
On the event title.
I looked back and I couldn't even find. I'm like, I don't know where it is, but Morgan fixed it. Thanks, Morgan.
Was it? Yeah, it was the invite page, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
I have
So
no
I
idea.
probably shared
Oops.
that. I didn't even notice.
I didn't even know
Sorry.
until
Someone-
my friends said something, and I'm just like, oh shit.
You're like-
and then you yelled at her.
No, we changed the band name. It's now Withing Soul.
Withing.
There we go.
With soul.
That worked.
With soul.
Withing.
With soul. I
Withing.
like that.
Whittling. Whittling
What were-
soul.
What were some of the names that you guys had in mind, if you could remember? If you weren't called Withering Soul, what would you want?
Apparition.
That's a tough one.
Apparition. Something.
Was it? Yeah.
Something to do
I
with.
think we were gonna go with Apparition
Yeah, I
originally.
think, and we would have changed that title then of the album.
Ricky and the Rickettes.
Yeah.
Withering soul food.
Yellow Snow.
Ricky and the Ghouls.
Ricky and the Rippers. Ricky and the Jesse and the Rippers. Sorry.
Love that band.
Ricky, so now I remember you telling me a while back that you had big influence was Jesse from Full House.
Yes.
His drumming style.
Those
man.
fucking sideburns in that pompadour. Melt.
Now, growing up watching Full House, when you saw Jesse and the Rippers, was it right then and there you knew you needed to play drums?
Yeah. Because he just did not look good playing guitar. I'm like, that drummer, that guy, that's where the money's at right there. If it wasn't for him, this band would be fucking shit.
Oh my goodness. Ricky and the Rippers.
I like that.
I like it too.
I like it. That's going to be my new cock rock band.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
bringing out the chaps.
Assless chaps.
Assless chaps on the throne.
Yes.
Ugh.
And
Your ass gets sweaty when you drum.
yeah.
Title track on fire.
It was Bill and Ted for me.
Bill and
Wild
Ted?
Stallions. Oh yeah.
Whittler.
Like as soon as I saw them playing guitar, air noodling, I knew I had to play
Air
guitar.
noodling.
So, Mike, what made you do vocals?
Oh, let's see. I was started as a guitar player and dabbled in bass as well. And me and my brother started to put Withering Soul together and experience with other singers. I said, why don't I try singing?
Yeah, it kind of came down to like, dude, do you want to just sing?
Yeah, exactly. And I would sing in the car on the way to work. I'd get stuck in traffic for an hour and a half, and I'd just like growl the whole time because I was so angry. And then from there, I was like, yeah, I think I got this, man. I think I can do this really good now. And he said, all right, try it. And then he was like, all right, I think that works. We don't have to deal with some other guy.
Yeah, just want to like keep the drama out of the band.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we weren't that ambitious when we first started it. We were just like, yeah, let's do a project together. This should be fun. And
then it grew, and members.
And we eventually got members, and
now we got an awesome lineup.
We have the best lineup yet.
Yeah.
So growing up for
and
you,
I'm not just saying that.
what were some of the bands that you guys got each other into?
Oh wow.
Oh man. It's,
Like
laundry list.
who started on metal first?
Well, I mean, he's older. He definitely like influenced me to start
Yeah,
listening
I'm
to heavy
a
music.
year older than my brother.
Yeah.
Just a year, right?
Yeah, just a year.
Wow.
Dude.
Irish twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember this. Like one of the first bands I got him into, that he actually finally said, "Oh, I think I get it. Now I know why you like music so much." Was Iron Maiden. I gave him Power Slave.
Nice.
The CD and the booklet, and I said, "Okay, just read these lyrics and listen to it." And after that, all of a sudden, he's like, "You got some more?" And
He gave me some Slayer, some Metallica Black Album, because Metallica was still a metal band at the time.
Yeah,
No, I shouldn't say that.
Peace Cells, Megadeth. I mean, it was like all early '80s, and then he just kind of went off in various directions and found his own niche.
Color Me Bad.
Oh, when we both started doing our musical project together, we were actually getting into a lot more extreme underground metal, especially a lot of bands from Europe. Thanks to Metal Maniacs, that was a big one. Borders Bookstore, you could actually go there and listen to CDs before you bought it.
Yeah,
It
that was
kind of
cool.
a nice thing to have, when you didn't have Napster and all these other things.
Yeah, it was
around.
before Napster. Yeah.
YouTube. It was right before Napster.
Tower Records was big with that too.
Yeah.
I remember we both really got into Emperor and My Dying Bride, Dimmu Borgir, when they were in their prime. I mean, they were just
Dark
I don't
Throne.
care what anybody says. They were an awesome band in the late '90s. But yeah,
Who's saying they weren't?
so there's a lot of people like to get snobby when you talk about metal bands that have crossed into the mainstream. It happens all the time.
We used to go listen to a lot of CDs at Record Breakers out in the burb before they became Reggie's. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was, and they're still there.
You mean
So
at
cool.
Riley's Rock House? Or?
No, Record Breakers.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
They used to
on
be in-
Hoffman? Yeah, they
Hoffman
were-
Estates, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we would go out there and listen to the stuff, and you could listen to anything in the store. It was awesome.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old days.
Now, Rick, what actually got you into drums?
Got me into drums. I was 4 years old. I saw a
Full House.
yeah. I was way after. I don't know, 4 years old. I just decided I wanted to play drums. I mean, I've been around music my whole life. I mean, I've had 2 older brothers, 2 older sisters, and a lot of them were, one of my sisters was top 40, and my one sister was the one that got my brothers into Ozzy Osbourne. She liked Billy Squier. She liked a lot of other bands, Ozzy, and my oldest brother, he was into a lot of Sammy Hagar, Van Halen. And my one brother, he's the one that got me into everything. He was the one that got me into metal, punk. Actually, punk was probably one of the first bands that I've got into, Bad Brains, Sex Pistols, at age 10. Rewind back all the way to I was 6 years old. I was in Motley Crue and Rat. I was stealing my brother's Rat tapes and Motley Crue
Stealing your
tapes.
sister's lipstick.
And putting on putting on the blonde wig and smearing lipstick all over my face.
Dancing in front of a mirror.
You look like a Motley Crue road whore.
But what actually got you into drums?
What actually got me into drums was when I really first got into it was when I was 6 with Tommy Lee.
Oh, and his huge cock. You're just drummers have the
that
biggest.
that was before they knew about his big cock.
It's just all the chicks around him.
This is when it was still circulating on the LA scene, and before it got into home videos.
VHSs.
VHS, yeah.
Spaghetti and
VHS STD. Yeah. So later on, I've been wanting to play drums like at an earlier age, like in grade school, and we had a ranch style house and no basement, so my mom was like, nope, absolutely no drums. And my older brother played guitar, and I just said, fuck it. I was like 11 years old. I was just, playing guitar, playing along to like Metallica, to Anthrax, Slayer, the basics. And then I was a guitar player for 10 years. From there on, I was playing guitar up until like 98, and then I bought a drum set off my buddy around that time, 98, 99, and I just took it a lot more seriously, and that's how my original band, Dead for Days, came about, like around early 2000. And ever since then, I mean, I've been playing drums ever since.
Did you play drums in Dead for Days?
Yes, I did.
Dead for Days. I think I have a Dead for Days long sleeve T-shirt.
You probably do.
Oh shit!
I think I saw one packing up your clothes.
The green one?
It's green.
Yeah.
Subway logo?
He wears it to play softball.
I wear it.
That's his
wear it all the
go-to
time.
for softball.
It's my undershirt.
That's your softball shirt?
It's my undershirt.
I wear it. Right on.
I'll send you a picture next time.
Nice.
Sans shirt.
That's awesome.
No.
Shirt.
Reunion show.
You will have a shirt on.
That's crazy. That's what I was like, wait a second, Dead for Days. I know that band. Rick, I still wear your Dead for Days shirt.
That's awesome. Thank
It's
you.
probably actually your shirt, actually.
Probably.
I stole it from you.
I
Sorry.
left it there.
You're one of those drummers that throws their shirt into the crowd, right?
I caught it.
After
I still wear
sweating all in
He
it.
throws something into the crowd.
I don't like to throw my shirt when I'm wearing it. I don't think anybody wants to see that, for one. And
Here's a shirt.
For sanitary reasons. I don't want to get the members sick.
Or jealous.
We're the kind of band that just doesn't have our shirts off.
Yes.
And Wilder, you started growing up playing guitar.
Right.
And then switched over to drums. What got you into guitar originally?
My parents bought me a $70 guitar from a pawn shop. That was the guitar was called the Terminator.
The Terminator?
It was called the Terminator. It's like a really rare guitar that has an amp built into it.
I had that same guitar.
And the amp doesn't work at all.
No.
Yeah. It might have been the same guitar.
It's your guitar. He stole it from you, too.
It was a $100 guitar.
I'm not giving it back.
The Terminator.
By Sensonics.
They bought it first, and I didn't know you had to hold down the fret, so I was just playing open notes going, oh, this instrument's stupid. And then my dad showed me Master of Puppets for the first time. I was like, oh, you can play notes with this. Okay. So I started taking lessons, taking that more seriously. And what made me take it a step further was hearing, new metal for the first time. Things were getting heavier, faster, or I should not say faster. Heavier than Metallica. I was like, oh, I can't get any more extreme than this. And then back when Yahoo Messenger used to have a radio station setting or whatever, I found Dimmu Borgir for the first time and realized, so much melody and stuff. And it took me into another realm of, composition. I wanted to learn how to write songs, wanted to play in a band that had this kind of, aggression, darkness. I don't like happy music. Unless it's Fintroll, then it's fine. Guitar for 11 years, and drums is recent, past 2 years. And it's not I crossed over, it's more this band that I'm in that has me playing drums. Is they lost their drummer, I have a drum kit, and like, I'll pitch in. Why not?
Can you... I mean, I know, like, I play guitar, but when they're like, all right, jump on drums, I can keep a basic beat. But
I can do the double bass, blast beats, the whole shebang.
Dang.
Except I can't do jazz stuff.
Well,
that stuff.
Not too many
hurts.
can.
It
Ricky,
hurts.
can you do jazz stuff?
No.
How about butt stuff?
I try to do jazz, but it turns out to be butt stuff.
Rick and I like the blast beats, so that's what we'll stick to.
Perfect. Well, why don't we go ahead and play another Withering Soul track?
Sure.
Okay. You've picked a track. Okay, Mike, let's pick a track.
All right. Let's go with...
Wait, didn't you pick Shadow Path? Who
yeah,
picked
but
Shadow
I was
Path?
going with it. Chris.
All right.
Chris, pick one.
You pick a track.
I'm gonna say go ahead and play Awakening. We actually released a video, I think, in 2016.
A music video?
Yeah, there's a music video. If you go on YouTube, just look up Withering Soul Awakening. It's up there.
And what is it? Just like a live video or
No, it's an actual music video.
Storyline and everything behind it too. And everything?
We didn't really storyboard for it so much. We actually did take some clips from like some old some silent movies and kind of like mix it in like with the lyrics. It actually came out kind of cool. I think it was all public domain. So
all right.
One of the movies was called The Phantom Carriage, and the other one was I'm trying to remember the title. It was Wolf Blood. Both very old movies, but they had some pretty cool scenes, so we spliced them in.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely there.
I'm looking
Subscribe if you want to.
That's what I'm doing right now. Well, all right. YouTube. We'll play Awakening. Chris's, and you guys have a music video. Check that out on YouTube. So Morgan's going to grab that and post that on our Facebook page too. But let's do it. Awakening by Withering Soul.
I expect that type of language at Denny's, but not here. Well, that's too freaking bad. You hear me?
Because we're throwing it back to Morgan and Luco on the Metal Experience.
All right, I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we are still here with Withering Soul, and that was another awesome track, and that was Awakening. Now, back to the serious questions here. What is Awakening about?
Awakening is inspired by the White Walkers from the hit series Game of Thrones. Gives a little back history on them, and you know, before we put that together before all this history and information that came out in the TV show. So we were inspired by that, and kind of fits our supernatural.
It's got a few themes to it. Also, 4 horsemen, I guess, in an apocalyptic sort of scenario.
Gotcha. You got a lot of the fantasy elements in a lot of your songs that people can get easy access to understand.
A lot of death,
Yeah.
a lot of from the beyond.
The last album had a lot of ambiguous themes to it.
I kind of get like, if it's creepy or could be used in a horror movie, it seems we like those themes.
I like it too.
Morgan, stop copying me.
Stop looking at me.
I'll never look at you again.
Fine.
Morgan, take it away. Thank you.
So what's the hardest part about going back and remastering these songs that you have found?
Remixing actually was really easy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew what was wrong with them, so, I mean, the remixing part was pretty easy. It was probably the first time you mix it, that's when, like, you know, you just, like, you have, like, so many things racing through your head, like, well, I need to fix the drums on this part. Oh, that snare. What about, I gotta take the EQ off that snare.
That
you know,
kick
it's
drum
like,
sucks.
Yeah.
That
All the
drummer is
OCD
terrible.
just like drives you insane when you're mixing an album. But yeah, remixing is easy.
It's getting the good takes out of Rick.
Yeah.
That's the
Like
tough part.
there's a popular meme going around. You know, there's like some guy laying next to a chick, and she's like, I wonder what he's thinking about. He's like, I need to fix that snare drum.
I love that one. Or what's the other meme? It's,
That's Rick.
Are you coming to bed? The snare isn't going to mix itself.
Should it be at 800 megahertz or?
Megahertz, huh?
Speed it up a couple of octaves.
So what's the ETA on new music, not just remastered music, like
yeah,
a full new album?
Our goal is to go in the studio as early as possible in 2018. I wish we were in the studio right now, but we're not going to be booking time in the next like 2 weeks, realistically. We're gonna. We pretty much just need to get a couple more good rehearsals in, and then we'll get in touch with a studio or two and get Rick on track for tracking.
And do you know what studio you plan on recording with?
It's not set yet.
Yeah, we're not set yet.
Okay.
Well, recording drums, I think we're going to be doing a lot of it ourselves, too, just to keep it cheap.
Yeah, we're not going to do the whole album in one studio. It's kind of an old way of recording.
It's an old model.
Plus, we don't have a $10,000 budget, so that kind of affects things too.
Rick probably takes forever with his drums.
Hopefully not this time.
Drums are special maintenance.
He's got the whip. I might like that too much, though. We won't get anything done.
We'll give the whip and a nod.
You'll be screwing up on purpose, Side.
I've been bad. Whip me again.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, so 9 tracks you said you got right now done. Is that how many you plan on having on the CD?
Not necessarily. It's just going to boil down to what we all agree on, what fits, and not all the tracks are completely finished. They're They're close.
They're 90%.
Yeah, they're close.
Waiting on Rick.
It all falls on me.
Oh my goodness, Rick! I love just messing with you. Sorry, that's just like I see Rick and I'm just like immediately just drawn
Pickle Rick.
to Pickle Rick. Oh, sorry, Morgan.
What's one of your most embarrassing moments on stage? I mean, you guys have had pretty long careers in this business. It doesn't have to be with Withering Soul. It could be with any band that you have had. But
A lot of them.
Wow. I mean, considering how many times Murphy's Law has taken effect, it's hard to say.
For me,
I know one I can answer for Mike. Go ahead, though.
mine is forgetting to turn my tuner off when a band starts a song. So the first 3 seconds, I don't have any volume until I shut it off. That happens often.
Cymbals flying off.
Actually, it's a good question that you asked because actually one of the first Withering Soul shows in an actual bar, I don't know if it had something to do with the stage, like being as rumbly as it was. We were at Rock House USA in Aurora. And sometime during the first song, I look over at Mike, and he's sitting on the floor.
Yeah, if for anybody who's remembers Riley's Rock House, the center of the floor it was like what do you call that? That not particle board, but
some cheap ass wood.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
It just had this little dip. It was like I think it was actually rotting away, and being unfamiliar with that stage, I stepped and it dipped down. I lost my balance. I just hit the ground, and I finished the song on the ground. It was everybody thought it was staged, but it was not.
It almost did look like it was staged.
Yeah.
So you mean like it looked fine, but then when you stepped over it, it just sank on you?
It's like the floor.
It was wobbly.
Yeah, I mean it was maybe a lot of water, a lot of spilled beer from musicians soaked in that wood, and it was not very stable.
Rick just throwing cymbals, you said?
Not throwing cymbals. I mean, like frisbees, but like cymbals flying off, or
Rick throws drumsticks.
Drumsticks flying off. Nothing really, that I can think of. Nothing embarrassing. Not yet, but it'll happen now that you ask me. Yeah.
I don't think you've dropped a stick as long as I've been in the band.
No.
Maybe. There's been moments where I've gotten my hair stuck in my bass player or guitar player's headstock.
Oh,
that's always fun.
That sounds painful.
And that probably feels great.
You just kind of have to casually hit a note, let it strum out, and just grab your hair, pull it out, get it out there.
I like it when Mike hands me the mic on stage to do the part, and I just kind of stare at him like, Mike, what are you doing?
Yes, that's why I do it.
Ricky, you never get your hair caught in your drumsticks?
Just drumsticks sometimes. Or I biff myself in the forehead with it. I'm like, nobody saw that. And then everybody's pointing and laughing at me. It's like, fuck.
Look at that.
Look at that
goofy drummer.
Look at that idiot.
He's got a left-handed drum set.
Well, that's another thing, too. Every time when, it's a quiet, part of the, the set, when it's, only, 2 people, everybody's like, yeah, your drums are backwards.
Hey, Chris, how about you? I remember seeing your hair from all the headbanging getting tangled in your guitar strings.
Yeah, like I just said about the headstock.
You're just attached to your guitar and you finish the song.
Just chalk it up. But all part of the experience.
That's what I was gonna say. All part of the experience.
Was that how the crab walk was invented? Somebody got their hair stuck. They're doing the crab walk, the metalcore crab walk.
The black metal crab walk.
Oh, that's the demon walk that
The
Abbott
demon
does.
walk.
That Abbott does.
Probably won't the same reason.
Probably because he got hair stuck in the. I like it.
Possibility.
I'll take it. Well, let's keep on going. We got a ton more music to play, and we've only heard 3 tracks so far. I think whoever went, Rick, we haven't had you pick a song yet.
Oh, it's all on me now. Let's see. How about Hour of Obstinacy.
Hour of Obstinacy.
Now, for those that don't know, that are stupid, well, like me, what does obstinacy mean?
Well, actually, it's obstinacy.
Yeah, see, that's why I said it
come
was
on,
stupid.
Rick.
I can't even pronounce it.
I fucked that up.
Wait, what is it now?
Obstinacy?
Obstinacy is obstinacy like means like stubbornness or like just a almost like a tunnel way of thinking. But it has to do with like a very like questioning time or reckoning, a time of reckoning, I guess.
Yeah, it's basically the Four Horsemen bringing apocalypse on all those hypocrites out there, people who follow and think that they're so perfect and they're nice to people and everything, but in reality they're stabbing people in the back and going against what they follow, what their beliefs are. And it's just about, like I said, the angel of apocalypse coming and just cleaning house.
It's about bad
the
karma.
worshipers.
It's about bad karma devouring shitty people.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Chris.
All right. Well, Hour of Obstinacy.
And I was also going to add that
I had none.
that is also a video song.
You got a video for that one too?
Yes.
We have 2 music videos.
Say what?
I know.
All right, I'm gonna have to check
amazing.
that one out too. What were you saying, Ricky?
I just added one more N.
Oh, obstinacy.
You're thinking abstinence. I don't know why.
Abstinence. Hour of abstinence. That sounds like Rick.
Obstinacy.
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 All right.
Obstinacy.
Hour of obstinacy.
Do it. Come on, do it.
I'm Braulio.
And this is Gus.
And we're Savagery, and you're listening to The Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, we just heard Hour of Obstinacy. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes. You got it that time.
See, I'm not even in the band, Rick. And that was Withering Soul. That's awesome. You can't pronounce your own songs, you big jerkweed.
I just play them. I can't pronounce them.
Okay.
It's the left brain taking over.
Okay. Well, it's like, oh my goodness, Morgan, you had a couple something you were. I don't know what you were talking about.
It's about that time.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, well, it's about that time. Morgan, set that shit up.
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
Woo! All right, this week we have the band Evil Heart from
Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico.
All right, and we've got a twofer for you. What are those songs we're playing?
Selective Extermination.
And?
Postmortal Corruption.
Sounds super metal.
See.
Let's do it.
It's
This is Gup. This is Trent.
This is Tim.
And we're Heavy! And you are listening to the Metal Experience radio show, Super Show Extravaganza, live on what the fuck network? Ah, fuck. Can you edit that?
Woo! All right, we just heard a twofer from Evil Heart, and those songs were Selective Extermination and Postmortal Corruption. They're from someplace in Mexico that Rick is going to pronounce for you.
Don't make me repeat this.
Rick, you can do it. I believe in you. Where in Mexico are they from?
Calcutta.
I don't think that's correct, but okay.
Calican?
Okay, I'll accept that one.
In Sinaloa.
What?
Sinaloa.
That's not a
That
place.
sounds good.
Sinaloa.
Good job, Rick.
Is that sexy
you
for
did
you?
better than what Luco could have done.
It's so hot right now.
Jesus Christ. All right, we are back here with our friends in Withering Soul. Still got a few more tracks to play before the night is through, so let's play another one right now.
Right, meow?
What is a track that we haven't played yet tonight that you would like to hear? What's your favorite to play?
Dreadful Echo.
Dreadful Echo. What is this one about?
Echoes that are dreadful.
Yeah, right. It's actually been a while since I've actually looked at the lyrics.
So, if you don't know, what's the worst place that you've ever heard an
It's-
echo at?
We suck.
The song is pretty much, it kind of has to deal around the themes of like a downward spiral kind of thing, like stagnation. Just somebody that like, you pretty much end up in a position where you dwell on the same thing over and over again, and you refuse to change, and it eventually like gets to a part where it just keeps disturbing you more and more, and almost kind of we took a little bit of the themes from Edgar Allan Poe, actually, Telltale Heart. The heart keeps beating, and it's like you don't notice it at first, but it just like stays there in the back of your mind, and it just brings you into a mental breakdown, I guess. Easiest way to describe it.
That's a good impression of a heart. I liked that. All right, well, here we go. Another Withering Soul track. The Dreadful Echo. Echo, echo, echo.
This is Justin.
This is Dustin.
Austin's J&D.
Of the so-called Saints.
Or so-called Sense.
Tell your boys.
Or smile your boys.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
Boom.
Woo! All right, we just heard The Dreadful Echo. That was another tasty, remixed, remastered Withering Soul track. Whew! Hi, I'm Luca Blaze, Morgan Danielle. It's just us tonight, us two. We're without our accomplices.
Our beard and beardless.
Our Chuck and our Charlie. Don't give me that look. You know what I'm talking about. Morgan knows what I'm talking about. Pepperidge Farm remembers what she's talking about.
Some distinctive Milano cookies. Man, just make this all disappear.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Morgan, got a couple two-tree announcements over there for us. What do you got for us this week?
Yes, so a couple announcements. New shirts are in for a band called Apotheca. We saw them last year play when they were in town with the Convalescents and played with Ornaco and the Forms They Take at Bottom Lounge. They're from Texas.
Yeah.
They have brand new shirt sizes, small through 2XL.
Ooh.
And all funds, when you buy a shirt from them off of their website,
goes
to help support their new music video that they are shooting for Probe in January. So
Okay.
message them directly to receive the T-shirt as well as a handwritten note from their vocalist Lucy, which I think is pretty cool.
Handwritten note?
Handwritten note.
Why don't you give anyone handwritten notes?
I have plenty of times in multiple care packages throughout the years. Where have you been?
I don't know.
We sent Christmas cards one year. Remember that?
I've never
2
received
years in
one.
a row. Well, because you're a part of this.
Especially that one distinctive Christmas card you just showed me.
Luco.
Pepperidge Farm remembers that distinctive Christmas card.
Just remember, there's a star in the sky named for you.
That's super lame.
Shut the fuck up. All right. Next up, Bloodletter has a Kickstarter going for their new LP. They're looking for funds to press it into vinyl format.
Ooh.
They've got some really awesome thank yous for those who donate certain amounts of money. So go to their Facebook page, follow their link, donate whatever you can, help support your local scene.
What's the largest amount I can donate?
Is that a real answer?
Yeah.
However
That's a question.
much money you want to contribute.
I don't have anything.
Well, then don't.
But I wanted to
contribute.
know what it was.
I don't know how much money you can contribute.
How much money do I contribute to get
This
something
is a trick question, guys. You can
so
contribute
awesome?
anywhere from $25 up to $2,000 or more. I don't know.
$2,000?
They're trying to raise like $3,000.
Can I contribute like $5?
Yes, you can contribute $5 if you
I
want
don't
to
have
contribute.
$5, but Morgan, can you contribute $5 for me?
I've already done it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Jesus, you're so weird.
What?
Lots of shows happening this weekend. Be sure to check your local events that you've been invited to. There's a lot going on this weekend, so I'm going to post some shows throughout the week for you to watch our Facebook page for, because right now the internet doesn't work too well down here, and I don't want to try to keep refreshing my page to find those. Next week on our show, we're going to be having back for their 4th time, Atlanta is Burning.
4th time?
4th time on our show. So come out to Fitz's Beer Keys in Elmhurst. Come join us. We'll laugh. We'll be merry.
We'll cry.
We'll wrap up, more of 2017. And then we only have one more show for the end of the year happening December 19th. And that's going to be with Sinister Fate. So after today, there's 2 more episodes left of 2017.
And before we go tonight, we need everyone's favorite metal album of 2017.
We'll talk about that in just a minute, but another
So
album.
do some thinking.
Hold on. Another
Sorry.
album that just dropped, a small EP by our friends in Ornaco, is now up on their Bandcamp and on their
Foreign Taco.
Facebook. Go check it out. They have some copies available as well. So Ornaco just released, and I'm trying to have this load so I can give you the exact name of it really quick.
Oh, their CD?
Yeah. They're playing Underground Lounge this weekend with Growing, Frail Body, and more. Underground Lounge in Chicago.
Growing Frail Body.
No, 2 separate bands.
Okay.
It's called Nihilism. You can get a digital copy on Bandcamp, so be sure to check it out. They're also playing with Divine Riot at Bungalow Joe's in Hanover Park on the 9th.
Didn't they just play with Cryptopsy?
They did this past weekend. They did.
Like 2 days ago?
Yep. You can ask that guy over there at the end table staring at his phone. He took pictures with Cryptopsy.
Who?
Rick.
You took pictures with them?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
You're so cool.
Touch
I'm
me.
sorry, that Growing show is next weekend. The one with Divine Riot is this weekend. Ornaco's got a lot of shows coming up.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's all I got for now. So, yes, let's continue that question that you wanted to go on. What has been your favorite album or a couple albums that have dropped this year? The guys in Withering Soul, what you got?
Can we stall?
Who wants to take the
Morgan,
question?
what's your favorite album of 2017?
I'm not going to embarrass myself.
What is it? Morgan, there's not much more you can do that's more embarrassing than how much you have embarrassed you know what I mean. What is it?
What?
What's your favorite album of
What
2017?
are you trying to say? I've been really stuck lately on the new We Came as Romans. I thought the Cold War album was really good.
Morgan?
Cold Like War is what it was called.
What's my favorite album of 2017?
Cannibal Corpse.
That's what she says. I don't even know what came out in 2017.
You haven't heard a lot of them.
A lot of them what?
Well, you don't pay attention as much. I get everything when it comes out.
All right, well then, I guess the only thing I've purchased in 2017...
That I've purchased for you.
The only thing that was purchased that I'm currently listening to that came out this year is the new Cannibal Corpse album. What is the name of that Cannibal Corpse album? I don't even think I looked.
You don't even know?
Skeletal Domain?
No.
What? That came out like 4 years ago.
It's like Red to Black or something.
Fade to Black?
Red Before Black.
Red Before Black. That's the name of the album? That's actually, that song is probably the catchiest song on that album. Just the way the vocals and it ends and the lick comes in with the guitar. That's definitely the catchiest track. That is the name of the album?
Yes.
I had no idea. What does that even mean? What does Red Before Black mean?
Why are you asking so many questions?
Because I don't know. I
don't know either.
Probably you see blood before you die.
That's what I was
There you
thinking
go.
too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I seriously, I was like, oh sweet, new Cannibal Corpse. I just put it in my CD player. I didn't look at anything. Like, I didn't even know what it was called. I'm a retard.
All right, my album of the year is Ackercock's Renaissance in Extremis.
Ackercock's, huh?
Ackercock. Even though they pronounce it Ackercocker, my band Tendervision pronounces it Ackercock.
You just like it because it has the word cock in it.
No, I like their album.
It's just a bonus that the music is awesome too, right?
Yes. It is the best and the worst name to pronounce in front of friends.
You check out the new Ackercock album?
Wow.
Probably not.
That was a total ignoring.
How do you spell that? I'm actually going to look that up. I'm going to look up all these albums.
Aker.
E-R.
You know the rest.
Oh, cocky.
Yes, that's another pronunciation.
There we go. Full album. Wait, the Disappear? Oh, wait, no. Renaissance?
Renaissance in Extremis. Disappear is a song.
Save for later. Boom. Gonna listen to that at work while I'm doing my stuff. All right, let's go down the line. Favorite album? Who's next?
I'll step to the plate. One album that I really enjoyed this year was there's a band called Nightbringer based out of Colorado. Terra Damnata. If you haven't heard it yet, if you like just really grand and evil sounding, partially symphonic to just very atmospheric black metal, like that album just blew me away. Also, it's I actually have one more album. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna add Son of the Sleepless. It's actually a side project by one of the members of Vision Bleak. He runs Prophecy records as well, but it's a great album. It's called To the Elements, I believe.
Wait, it was called Son
of the Sleepless.
of the Sleepless. Here we go. And what was the name of that album?
To the Elements.
To the Elements. All right, I'm going to check all these out. The Elements. All right. Who's next?
I would say Cannibal Corpse is like my favorite to come out this year. It's a good album.
Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse. Pepper Chimes.
Cannonball Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse? Cannibal Run Corpse?
Cannabis Corpus.
Cannabis Corpus? Okay.
Mike?
There's a couple that
Cannabis Corpus.
vinyls that I've been spinning this year a lot more than others. One of them is a band called Duel, D-O-O-L. They're a prophecy band. Their album is Here Now, There Then. It's got a member from The Devil's Blood. And it's just really good listening. It's not really extreme metal or anything. It's really good music, though. And then I've also been listening to this guitarist from The Sword put a little project together called Doom Side of the Moon. They do the whole Dark Side of the Moon Doom style, and that's a good vinyl too. So
nice.
Michael, have you ever been into like jazz or anything? Because you would be perfect for like smooth jazz radio.
Yeah,
with your voice. You seriously, you've got that voice for just radio voiceovers.
I actually
Public
do
access.
listen to like a lot of like, believe it or not, vinyls from the 30s, like big band jazz. I mean, I like that stuff. I'm all over the place with my musical taste, and most people know that. But yeah, I mean, I do dig jazz, definitely.
I think Morgan's trying to say that you should have your own podcast playing old
Yeah.
swing jazz
Yeah.
with that
Do
voice.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Pepperidge Farm.
Consider it.
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Well, we want to thank you guys for coming out again. It's been a while, and it's good to see you. And we cannot wait for the new music to be released and to hear another track off of this remastered album for the night. Where can everybody find, again, everything that is Withering Soul, and what kind of merchandise do you have available for those that are wanting to purchase something?
Go to our Bandcamp if you want to buy merch. We have a YouTube channel. Obviously, we have a Facebook. Everybody has a Facebook. So that's where you can track us.
You can find us witheringsoul.com. I'll take you to the Facebook right now. So and everything, I believe, is linked up on there, right, Chris?
It should be.
Nice.
Just Google search. You'll find us.
And we have one track that we want to go out with tonight. What is the last track that you guys would like to play?
In Absence.
In Absence,
In
definitely.
Absence.
Yeah.
And what does this refer to? Come on, Chris. You knew it was coming.
It's pretty much a closing song. It's got a few themes in it as well. I mean, a lot of it has to do with crossing over, I guess, if you will, like not realizing that you've fully passed away. I'm not gonna read the lyrics right now because I have to talk. It actually had a little bit of a macabre history inspiration behind it too. I was actually I shot some of the lyrics to Mike. I was reading about the Bell Witch that was based out of Tennessee, and just a lot of the lore that surrounds the land. It's almost like it still lingers on, even though everybody's built over everything, and that's pretty much it. Unless Mike has anything to add.
No.
All right.
You did well.
Well, the last track of the night here is In Absence by Withering Soul. We will see you next week. Same
Thank you for
time.
having us.
Thank you guys again for having us.
Thank you.
Pepperidge Farms.
Invisible defense, he dread to form with